Vincent, are you going to be late coming home again today? Pippa's complaining that she's pretty hungry. Is it okay with you if we go ahead and start dinner without you?
Sorry, I should have let you know. I'm gonna have to put in some overtime again today. I'll be home pretty late.
I gotcha. Next time, maybe let me know a little sooner, okay? You never let me know when you're running late. I always have to ask you. I'd appreciate a heads up in the future.
Work's got me really busy. You know how it is.
It seems like they've really piled it on you lately. Are you going to be okay for next Saturday? You promised to take Pippa to the amusement park, you remember, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. As long as nothing unusual comes up at work, it shouldn't be a problem. But if there's an emergency, I'll have to come in.
What? Why would you have to go in? Now you've got me worried. Don't say something like that unless you mean it. She's really looking forward to it. She's been talking about it nonstop. Don't break your promise. She'll be so upset.
Work is work. I can't help it. If I have to do something, I have to do it.
I know. But lately you barely play with her. You aren't spending time with her at all. She's going to start elementary school next year. She'll probably want to spend her weekends playing with her friends too. You're going to run out of time with her before long. Don't you think you ought to prioritize being with her while you can?
I understand that. But I also need you to understand that when I say I'm busy with work, I really am busy. If I don't work, how would you two be able to get by? You've been able to stay at home with her because of my job.
Of course I know that. But lately, even on the days you get home on time, you just eat, shower, and head straight to bed. I wish you would make an effort to spend a little more time with Pippa, even if it's just a few minutes every night. Read her a story or something. She misses you. I know it isn't easy for you, but I think it's important.
That's why I promised to take her to the amusement park. I'm doing my best.
Just keep in mind that if you break your promise, she's going to be really heartbroken.
Yeah, but if I get called into work, you can always take her, can't you, Phoebe? That way she still gets to go and I won't have broken my promise. It'll be fine.
You want me to take her? Just the two of us? She's excited to go as a family. She wants all three of us there.
I know that, but I'm sure she'd rather just go the two of you than not go at all.
Yeah, I guess. She'd really rather go with you, though. She has her heart set on riding some of the rides with you and getting your pictures made with some of the characters, too. Don't forget, I still got my part-time job, too. I wish you would help me look after her on the weekends, at least. It would mean a lot to me, and I could really use your help. I haven't been able to do anything by myself or with my friends for half a year now. That's a long time to go without a break. I get invited out, but I can't go. I even had one of my old friends from back home in town, and I couldn't go out to meet her at all.
I didn't know about that. You should have gone anyway. You could just bring Pippa with you. It would have been fine.
It's not the same. It would have been refreshing to go out and feel like a grown-up for once. When you have a child with you, you still have to keep an eye on them the entire time and be careful what you talk about. Besides, sometimes I just want to take a little break.
Why don't you ask your mom to watch her sometimes? She loves spending time with her. I'm sure she would do it no problem.
My mom works. She isn't free anytime I need her. She has her own schedule and responsibilities.
I also have a lot of friends I'm trying to keep up with. It isn't easy. It's kind of our busy season right now, but I can watch her for you sometimes when things lighten up. How does that sound?
I feel like you're just saying that because you're always going to be busy. It's easy to make a promise when you know you don't have to keep it. But right now, all I care about is if you keep your promise to Pippa. If you take her to the amusement park, we're good. I'm not the important one here. She is. Put her first. That's all I ask.
I told you I will. Don't worry about it. I'll work really hard till then and keep an eye on our schedule. That way I can be sure to have the day free for her.
Please do. Good luck getting your work finished tonight. I'm going to put your dinner in the fridge. You can warm it up when you get home. Vincent, Pippa's been taken in an ambulance. Please come to the hospital right now.
What? An ambulance? She just had a fever, didn't she? What happened?
It went up to 105 degrees. She lost consciousness and collapsed. I couldn't wake her up. I didn't know what else to do, so I called 911. They sent an ambulance for her. She's too little to have a fever like that. Ugh. We're at the hospital right now. I'm so worried. I don't know what to do.
If you're at the hospital, then there's nothing to worry about. Just take a deep breath, it'll be fine.
Are you serious? Your daughter has a high fever. She passed out and had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. How can you sound so calm? Aren't you worried at all?
Of course I'm worried, but I'm in the middle of work right now. I've got a lot on my plate and I need to focus.
It's the weekend.
I told you this morning I have to work today. We've been slammed and I needed to come home to take care of a few things. Did you think I was lying to you?
I didn't say you were lying, but I know that you've been carrying your regular clothes with you when you go to work on the weekends lately. You wear your suit in, but you have casual stuff in your bag. I do your laundry. I couldn't help but notice. Did you think I wouldn't?
Sometimes when I go in on the weekends, I only have a little bit left to do, so I get done early. I just go out when I finish, that's all. It helps me clear my mind.
Even though I've been asking you to come home early, you'd rather be out than spend time with Pippa and me?
I've told you, I need to let off a little steam sometimes. I get stressed out at work. It helps me to go out a little bit. That way, I'm in a good mood when I come home.
Well, in that case, when you get off work, come straight to the hospital. I'll send you the address.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you this. So, I guess I'll just say it. I actually have a business trip that just came up. I'll be gone for the next 3 days.
What? A business trip? Now?
It's sudden, but I have to go. I don't have a choice. I know it's not ideal. I'll be back in a few days. It's not that long.
But you were supposed to take Pippa to the amusement park today. You had plans. Why can't you ever say no at work? You should be able to tell them you can't every once in a while. You said you'd make sure you had the day off. You promised. And even more important, your daughter is in the hospital right now. How can you leave at a time like this?
I can't say no when my boss gives me an order. It's just part of the job. Besides, she couldn't have gone today anyway. She's sick. In the end, it's all right. She'll never know I couldn't take her because I had to work.
You think it's all right? Pippa's really sick right now. She's suffering. How can you just say everything's all right?
It's just a fever. It'll come down with a little time. And she's at the hospital. She's gonna be just fine. You're overreacting. You need to calm down, honestly.
But aren't you even a little bit worried about her? What's wrong with you?
I can be worried about her and still have to do my job. How do you think we have a health insurance so she can go to the hospital? It's because I work.
Fine. I read you loud and clear. I won't count on you anymore.
Why are you gonna be like that? It's just a fever. You don't have to go crazy about it. You're overreacting. It isn't that big of a deal.
I'm overreacting. Our child passed out. I couldn't wake her up. How am I overreacting?
Oh, you're exaggerating. You need to take it down a notch. Don't get hysterical. You'll bother the doctors. Just let them do their job and everything will be fine. You'll see. I'm about to leave on my business trip. Don't bother me with any pointless messages, okay? Only reach out if it's important. I'm gonna turn off my regular phone and just leave my work phone on.
You don't want me to give you any updates on how Pippa is doing? She's gonna be checked into the hospital. They want to keep her.
And they'll help her get better fast. That's what the hospital does. They take care of sick people. Even if I were to come there, there's nothing I could do to help her. I feel better letting them just do their job.
I see. If you don't think you'd regret it, then fine. Go ahead.
Regret it? What are you even talking about? Knock it off already. If you want to spend more time at home, then you better work on your attitude. You won't leave me alone. You're making me not want to come home. Didn't you listen to a single thing I told you? How many times did you call or text me? I have so many missed calls, it's ridiculous. I told you I was going to be cutting my phone off.
You don't know yet?
I don't know what. Is it about Pippa? Is she okay? I'm on my way home now. She's out of the hospital by now, right? Are you guys at home right now?
I'm at the funeral right now. I'll talk to you afterwards.
What? A funeral? Oh, what funeral? Wait, Pippa? Oh my god.
No, not Pippa. Your boss's mother passed away.
Really?
Didn't you say you had your work phone on? Your coworker said they reached out to let you know. They said they tried calling the phone that the company gave you, but you didn't answer. That's why they called the house. They couldn't get you on your work phone, so they called me.
Oh, wow, okay. I don't know what to say. I had no idea.
You already know, don't you?
I already know what.
You know what I'm going to say to you.
Huh? What do you mean?
You don't have to lie anymore. There's no need. I know you didn't go on a business trip. Your coworkers told me there was no business trip this weekend. No one went on one. Your boss even told me that you took some of your vacation time. You didn't even go to work at all.
I'm sorry. I needed to get out for a little while. I wanted to take a trip by myself for a few days. I have been so stressed at work lately that I needed to clear my head.
That's also a lie, isn't it? Just be honest with me for once. I know you didn't go by yourself.
What are you saying? Of course I went by myself, honestly.
I've been suspicious you were having an affair for a while. That's why I told you I knew about the extra clothes you were taking with you to work. I was trying to give you a chance to get yourself together. Things have really changed around here. It's completely different than it used to be. If you were ever home, you might have actually noticed.
No, it's not like that. I really am just really busy at work. I know you probably won't believe me after I lied about the trip. I get that. But honestly, I am not having an affair. I promise.
You know, your work laptop? You left it at home. I felt bad about snooping, but I took a little look around since it was there.
What? That's not my computer. It belongs to the company. You shouldn't just look around in it like that. I could get into big trouble at work.
Then you shouldn't put the password on our sticker at the bottom of the screen. What is wrong with you? Surely you're smarter than that. Anyway, what matters is that you've got your Messenger app on the laptop.
Did you look at it?
I looked at it, and I took some screenshots, and I saved the pictures too. There was plenty to see, after all. It looks like you and your little girlfriend were really looking forward to your trip to the beach. You're such an idiot.
I'm sorry, but it's just for fun. It isn't serious. I promise, she doesn't mean anything to me at all. It's just something stupid. A one-time thing.
That's funny, because it seems like you think having a little fun with her is more important than going to see your daughter in the hospital. Give me a break. I want a divorce. When you come home, you can go ahead and start the paperwork. Call your lawyer, do whatever you need to do. I've already called mine.
Phoebe, I am so sorry. Can we meet? I want to talk to you again. I mean, just the two of us. No lawyers, just a husband and his wife. Oh, won't you come home? And bring Pippa with you, please. Just this once. I want to see you both.
If I do, then I'm only coming to talk to you about the things we need to cover. I won't be bringing Pippa. She doesn't need to hear any of that. We can talk about alimony and child support, and we can talk about the divorce. We can also talk about custody. I expect to receive full custody. Once you've done that for me, we won't have any problems. I want the agreement in writing. Although we both know I'll get custody even if you don't want to cooperate. I have plenty of evidence to back me up. No judge is going to side with the dad that couldn't even bother to visit his sick daughter because he'd rather be running around with some floozy.
That's why I want to talk to you. I hope you'll reconsider the divorce. Even after everything that's happened, don't you think this is all moving really fast?
I've been aware of the affair for a long time, Vincent. I've had time to think about it. And more importantly, I've talked to you about how you were treating Pippa. I told you, over and over again. I wanted to believe in you, I really did. It's the only reason I kept trying. You don't have a right to tell me it's moving too fast after you stabbed me in the back. You betrayed me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please, forgive me.
It's been 2 weeks since I told you I wanted a divorce. I thought about it plenty. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't change how I feel.
It's only been 2 weeks. That isn't very long at all. Please, just give me more time to show you how much you mean to me.
You dug your own grave long before now. The way you behaved, the way you spoke to me, everything you were doing made this decision for me. I didn't decide this in the heat of the moment or in a moment of anger. I'm clear-headed as can be. I know exactly what I'm doing.
But I told you she didn't mean anything to me. I never really cared about her. It wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, I'm sure. I know she's married, too, after all. But isn't that just great for you? Now she's getting a divorce, too. She's gonna be single. You don't have to worry about running around behind anyone's back anymore. You can just date her. Lucky you.
I don't want to get divorced. And I don't want to date her. I'm not going to, no matter what happens. I want to be with you.
Oh, are you suddenly worried about what other people are going to think? Is it because she's one of your business partners?
No, that has nothing to do with it. It's you. I don't want to lose you or Pippa.
You're the one who left us. You've been spending all your free time away from us. You have some nerve saying something like that to me.
I know what I did was truly unforgivable. I understand that. But I really do love you, Phoebe, and I love Pippa too. I can't imagine my life without you in it. I don't want to get a divorce. How can I prove that to you?
You love Pippa and I? Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. I don't want to hear it from you. You're the one that put a trip with your little girlfriend ahead of us. You weren't even worried about Pippa when she was in the hospital. You left for a trip with that woman instead of coming to the hospital to be with us. Explain that to me. What about that is loving us?
I believed she was going to be okay. I really did. I would have never left her if I thought there was anything to seriously worry about.
I cannot believe you or anything you say ever again. It's going to be hard for me. I loved you. I'm going to miss you, and it's going to hurt to lose that. But that's better than staying with you. I had always thought I could stand anything as long as you took good care of Pippa and made her feel loved. If you had actually put your daughter first and truly cared about her, we wouldn't be getting a divorce right now. But you betrayed us both. You betrayed everything.
Oh, Phoebe, I'm sorry. From now on, I promise to always prioritize my family above everything else. I'll always put Pippa first. You'll see that. I'll come home early and spend every weekend with the two of you. And I'll treat you right. I'll make sure you know how important you are to me.
You've shown me you're the kind of person that can lie to your family without batting an eye. You can stab me in the back with a smile on your face. You're the kind of man that will put his mistress ahead of his daughter. I've seen you do it, time and time again. There's no way I could ever forgive you. I can't imagine getting back together with you. It's over.
Please, I am asking you. I'll do anything you want. Please, you've got to forgive me. Don't throw everything we had away on one affair. It was such a stupid mistake.
Maybe to you, it feels like just one time. But to me and Pippa, it's many, many times. Every time you picked her over us, that's one more time. Every single time you said you didn't have time to play with Pippa, every single time you broke a promise to her. It may have been one woman to you, but it's a stack of lies and betrayals to us.
I am sorry. I am truly, deeply sorry. I don't want to get a divorce. I don't. Please, come home.
I think you'd be happy. The house is quiet now. You don't have to worry about me nagging and exaggerating anymore. Didn't you say you didn't want to come back home anymore because I was there?
That's not what I meant. I didn't really feel that way. I was just speaking out of anger. I got frustrated. I am sorry.
I think that people usually say what they really mean when they get angry. All the fluff and hesitation is gone. You get right to the heart of the matter. Pippa and I are never going to set foot in that house again. You can go ahead and relax and enjoy your time alone. I'm happy for you. You finally have a nice, quiet house you'll feel good coming home to. The divorce was a really messy one. It was difficult on me, but my parents and in-laws both understood the situation. They both encouraged my husband to stop fighting it. Eventually, we were able to come to an agreement and finalize everything. Since he was having an affair with one of his business partners, there were some serious problems at work for Vincent. From what I understood, he was demoted. That came with a serious pay cut as well, and I hear he was required to transfer to a different department entirely. My ex has to pay child support each month, so he isn't able to quit his job. I've also heard that his mistress ended up getting a divorce as well. I hear that she ended up moving back in with her family because she didn't have anywhere else to go. Just like my husband said, the affair didn't really mean anything to either one of them. They didn't try to date each other after both the divorces were finalized. I wonder if they had known how things would end, if they would have had the affair after all. I doubt they ever imagined they both would end up alone and losing everything. Honestly, as long as my ex-husband continues to pay his child support, I don't really care what happens to him. When I really think about what has happened, only one thing is important to me. I want my daughter to be proud and to never feel ashamed. I want her to have a good life. I decided that the best thing for us was to move in with my parents and raise my daughter in their home. She'll be loved and have everything she needs that way. When I told my boss at my part-time job that I was getting a divorce and wanted to quit my job, he told me they were actually looking to add some full-time employees. Starting next month, I'm going to be working full-time. I'm lucky that they're going to give me some flexibility in my schedule. The location I was working at is a little bit far from my parents' house, and it was going to eat up a lot of my time commuting there and back every day. I've decided to go ahead and move closer to my job until my daughter starts school in the fall. I think the next 10 years of my life are going to be extremely busy. But I'm lucky. My parents and my former in-laws are wonderful people and have offered to help me. They're going to take care of Pippa when I need to work and make sure we both have everything we need. I know that from now on, Pippa will be living without her father. I want things to be better for her now, and I want to make up for what she will miss. My ex-husband broke a lot of the promises she had made to our daughter. I don't want that to be the memory she focuses on. I'm putting my daughter's feelings first. Her happiness is my greatest priority, and I'm going to make sure she feels all the love that surrounds her. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button for more great content.
Mom, we're here! Surprise! Hi, Mrs. Miller. Welcome back. Oh my, what a surprise. What are the two of you doing here? When did the both of you get here? We came right after we finished work. There was a little bit of traffic, but we got here about 2 hours ago. Why didn't you call to tell me that you were coming over today? I really didn't think that I would come home to the both of you sitting on my couch. Well, you were still at work, so I was worried that if we called you, it might bother you. I know that you're not allowed to take too many breaks or personal calls, so we didn't call before coming. I thought your shift was over a while ago, though. You came home pretty late today. Yeah, work lasted a little longer than usual today. It was a busy shift. Your job sounds pretty difficult. It really isn't. All I do all day is count money. That's all. There's nothing else to it. You could honestly even train a monkey to do my job for me. There were just more customers than usual today, and the person who was supposed to come in after me got stuck in traffic, so I had to stay and work until she came. If it's too hard and stressing you out a lot, you should just stop working there. I'm a big girl now making big girl money, so you don't have to keep working still when you're going through a lot. You work 8 hours a day as a cashier, and they don't even let you sit down. I can't let you do that. I'll be a burden to the both of you kids. Who cares? Be a burden to us. Just let us take care of you. I just want to be the perfect daughter for you, Mom. You're really funny. You're already the perfect daughter to me. Thank you, Mom. I'm so jealous. The two of you are so close to each other. Are you super jealous, Clark? If the two of you had called me in advance that you would be coming over, I would have gone grocery shopping so that I could have made you something nice to come home to. Ma'am, that's all right. You don't have to worry about that. You know why? We decided that we wanted to surprise you with this great big fancy steak for dinner instead. My lips have been itching to tell you about the steak ever since we decided that we wanted to surprise you with it. You know me. I can't ever keep secrets. But Miranda had her eyes on me like a hawk to stop me from spoiling the surprise. Steak? That's so expensive. I couldn't eat that. The two of you should eat it for yourselves. Don't waste something so expensive on me. In what world should I be eating steak? It's too good for someone like me. How many years has it been since you last ate steak? Just eat it! Is it a crime to eat something nice and fancy with the people you love every once in a while? What's that bag in your hand? Is that your lunchbox? Yeah. I couldn't finish all of it, so I brought it back as leftovers. I wasn't really that hungry today. Well, you should still eat everything that you make. Did you make all of the food yourself? Should I order some pre-made meals so that you don't have to make lunch every day? You can get anything online these days. It's great what people can come up with to sell. Oh, no, it's all right, sweetie. Why spend more money on buying pre-made meals and paying shipping costs? You can't time when it'll get delivered to you either. There's always a chance that it might get delivered when I'm at work, and then it'll be frozen solid from the cold. It'll be worse in the summer where it'll rot and spoil in the heat. It's all right. I can handle making my lunches myself with the groceries that I bought. I don't need to buy pre-made foods that are probably made with lots of preservatives. You know, the nice lady next door made too much tuna salad and gave me some of it the other day. I packed it with my regular lunch, and it tasted great. There's nothing to worry about. In these times, we should be relying on our neighbors, not some unknown company. You're happy with only a tuna salad? If you tell Miranda that you don't have enough time to make food, we can find time to help you. Otherwise, if you keep going on like this, it won't be good for your health. You'll probably pass out or something. Yeah, Mom. I can make time to come over once a week to help you. I said that it was fine. The both of you are busy with your own lives as is. It'd just add more to your plate. Not to mention the travel time to keep coming over every week. But it would be making time for you, Mom. It doesn't matter if we end up busier. It's completely fine. We'll make it doable. That's right. We'll feel a lot more relaxed if you'd rely on us and ask us for help. Miranda is already always worried about you at home anyways. Please, the both of you are so sweet, but you're worrying over something so little. Now, where did the two of you put the steak? I can prepare it. Let's do it together. Oh, by the way, Mom, we're gonna stay the night too. Are you sure that's fine? Won't you be too tired in the morning to drive back home and then go to work? It's not a weekend, you know. It'll be fine. We can handle being tired for one day. We can just sleep at home after work. And Clark is off for the next few days anyway, so I don't have to be the one driving home. I can sleep in the car while he drives. Oh, really? I guess it's fine then. Isn't your mom just calling us over nothing again? No, I swear her voice was different than usual. This already happened one time, don't you remember? She kept saying that she was in danger and that we needed to come over immediately. In the end, it was just a cockroach that got in the house. And there was that other time where she swore up and down that it was an emergency, so we had to leave work early. Only to find out that she just couldn't open a jar because she had just gotten her nails done. She made us skip work just so that we could open it for her. No, it's just because you haven't lived with her your whole life, so you can't tell when she's being serious or not. I can tell from my mom's voice whether or not the situation is actually serious or not. If she had called me instead of you, then I could have told you to not worry about it. I still remember when you called me at work saying we both needed to leave immediately because of her. So, you think that she's being for real this time? I wonder what it is this time. I don't know either. She kept saying that she couldn't explain it in words and that we just needed to come over to see it for ourselves. Just you watch. It's going to be something so small. It's been such a long time since we stayed over at my mom's house, too. My mom was super excited when she heard that we were staying over, too. It better be something serious since we came all this way to check up on her. If it's not, I'm going to be so disappointed that we can't stay at my mom's house now. There's always a next time. We can always go over to your mom's house to sleep over whenever. We just need to make time. Imagine if we just said that it was probably nothing and stayed at your mom's house. We wouldn't know if my mom really was in danger or not. Wouldn't you just be worried all night?
Yeah, I get it. Now hurry up and open the door so that we can get this over with.
Don't let my mom know that you're in a bad mood because of all of this. My mom is a very sensitive person, so she gets upset very easily, you know.
I don't know if sensitive is exactly the word I'd use to describe the type of person she is.
She is. If she's not sensitive, then what is she? Tell me.
No, whatever. Hurry up and unlock the door. Who knows? Maybe she stopped breathing and passed out while she was waiting for us. You're just wasting time.
Mom, we're here now. Honey, what took you so long? I called you to come over a long time ago. Miranda's parents don't live that far from me for you to have taken so long getting here. I told you already. We were planning on staying the night at their place.
What? He told her about us staying at my parents' place? She knew all of that and still had the nerve to call us to come over here to check up on her. Oh, if it really ends up being nothing.
We had already unpacked our stuff and we were in the middle of getting ready to go to sleep. But because you asked us to come over quickly, we had to pack everything again before leaving, so that's why we were late. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that I was interrupting your fun. No, you weren't interrupting. Obviously, if there was something wrong going on, it's fine. We would have canceled any other plan that we made to make sure that you're okay. Nothing's more important than making sure you're safe. Well, what if Miranda is really upset because of all of this? She won't hate me because I called you over and accidentally ruined your plans, will she? Well, Miranda was really worried about you too. Isn't that right?
Yes. If something bad had happened to you, making sure everything's okay is more important. So, what's wrong? Did something happen?
Well, no, not really. There was just something that I tried taking care of myself. But no matter how hard I pulled, it wouldn't budge.
What wouldn't budge?
Come over here. Take a look.
The window?
No matter how hard I try, it just won't move, you know. It's the middle of winter, too. It's super cold. Yet there's still these stubborn spiders that are still alive and kicking. I'm worried that they might have gotten in through a small hole in the window screen.
So, you called because of your window?
Ugh, look at this girl. Talking and acting like this is a non-issue. The number one thing that I hate most in the world is bugs. They're icky, gross, and terrible. That's why this is such a huge problem. If even one fly got inside my house, I wouldn't be able to sleep until I know that it's dead or gone.
But being able to see a fly with just your eyes is already pretty difficult since they're so small. Martha, I really hate to tell you this. I don't want to. But if you saw a fly in your house, it's probably already been flying around inside of your house for several days.
What? What are you even trying to tell me? What's the point of telling me something like that? Are you trying to tell me that I'm being fussy about a window that isn't closing?
Huh? No, that's not what I was saying. I just thought you were exaggerating quite a bit when you were talking about the flies. So I just wanted to tell you the facts.
I don't think that's what you were trying to do, though. Clark, you heard her. Don't you agree that that's not what she meant at all when she said all of that? Look at her. She's looking down on me because I hate bugs. Sure. Sweetie, I think that the way you phrased it is what's causing a misunderstanding.
What did I say that's causing a misunderstanding?
Did you have to talk about flies like that because my mom doesn't understand what it means when she sees one in her house? The way you said it just feels more like you were trying to make her even more scared of bugs. Just read the room a little more, will you? Was it really necessary to be arguing about semantics? We're all adults here, and you know what she meant when she was talking about flies. Exactly. You phrased it perfectly. Are you not able to be as flexible with your understanding? Like my son?
Well, I guess not, apparently. You seem like you understand my quirks pretty well. So can't you read in between the lines and understand what I try to say?
Excuse me?
I'm just trying to say that I never have any bad intentions with what I say. You're also much older than me, so you have a lot more experience than me. Please understand my words with an open mind.
Oh my, this child.
Sweetie, can you help her close the window? I need to go to the restroom. Oh, this child is out of her mind! Say it to my face one more time!
Ugh, Mom, don't start it again. You know how short-tempered she is. It'll never end if you and her keep being passive-aggressive towards each other.
And that's why I'm so confused why you wanted to marry such an ill-tempered woman. I should have never let you marry her. Heck, I shouldn't have even let you continue dating her after the first time I met her. Do you really want to stress me out by continuing to be with a woman like her? Martha? Oh my gosh, you scared me. Don't come up behind me and yelling like that ever again. Well, it didn't seem like you really knew earlier, so I was just trying to be helpful by letting you know. You know, my mom always got cursed out everywhere she went when she was young. Do you know why? It's because she lived life saying everything on her mind. She didn't know when to not say certain things, so people didn't like her because she was so blunt. And so, as her daughter, it's only natural that I would pick up on the way that she spoke. Excuse me! I'll be right back. I need to wash my hands again. I knew it. I knew that she was calling us over something small. It's not fair that I'm the only one getting stressed out about everything. Mom?
Yes? What is it? Did you need something?
I heard that you fell and got hurt at work.
Now, just where did you hear about that from?
I ran into the lady who lives next door at the bakery, and she told me that you got hurt.
Oh, no. I told her not to tell you about it if she happened to see you somewhere.
What? Why would you tell her not to tell me? Mom, you got hurt. Does it make sense for me not to know if my own mother got injured while working? Mom, you don't know how worried I was when she told me she saw you limping when she saw you walking home.
I get it. But it's really nothing to worry about. I just didn't want to cause a scene, so that's why I wasn't planning on telling you about it. Don't worry.
Even if you think it's not serious, you need to tell me everything. Even the smallest details, okay? Now, where did you get hurt? How bad does it hurt?
Well, for starters, I got hurt coming home, not while I was working. When I was getting off the bus, I accidentally missed a step, and I twisted my ankle a little bit. That's all.
What? Are you sure that's all? You didn't hurt yourself anywhere else? Have you gone to see a doctor to make sure there's nothing more serious that you don't know about? You know, they say that when you get hurt, the initial shock from getting injured covers up other pain that you may have gotten.
It's really not that serious for me to go to the doctor about something like this. When you were young, you sprained your ankle a lot too. Do you think we went to the doctor every single time that happened? No, we didn't. I'm fine. I'll just put an ice pack on it while at home, and I'll even apply a compression wrap too if it makes you happy.
Young people can get away with only icing their sprained ankles. But we both have to go to the doctor whenever even the smallest things happen because we're older now. Our bodies don't recover as quickly anymore. I'm going to come home this weekend, and I'm going to take you to the doctor, okay?
I said I'm fine. You don't have to do all of that for me.
Mom, I swear to you that if you don't get your leg checked out and get treatment from a doctor, and then it gets worse because you decided to keep working, I'm coming after you. I don't care if that means me skipping work to make sure you're not hurting yourself. I will come after you.
Okay. When you come home for the weekend, I'll go to the doctor's with you.
I'll send you some money too, so make sure that you actually use it, unlike every other time I've sent you money. I want you to be taking the taxi instead of the bus whenever you have to go out, okay?
Okay. I promise.
Just try suffering in silence. Watch what'll happen if I find out. I'll quit my job and follow you around like a hawk. I mean it.
I said that I get it. I'm going to take a shower now, so I'm hanging up, okay? Have a good rest of your week, sweetie. And I'll see you this weekend.
My mom told me that she got hurt today.
She did? Where? Is everything all right? She's not injured badly, is she?
She twisted her ankle while she was getting off of the bus on her way home from work. She decided to not go to see a doctor, and she's just been at home with an ice pack on her ankle.
No, she needs to go see a doctor. You never know if something broke or not.
That's exactly what I told her. I'm just so upset with how she just keeps putting herself through so much. She doesn't need to suffer. She can always ask me for help, you know? I even sent her money and told her to take taxis from now on when she goes somewhere until her ankle heals. I don't want her to fall again while getting off of the bus. And she kept saying that she would after I kept telling her to use the money for taxi fares. But in reality, I know that she won't use the money, and she'll keep taking the bus.
Yeah, she really focuses on saving money. But it's not good to avoid going to the doctor in order to be frugal and save money. Look at how my mom is. If she even sees a sign that she might have a cold, she immediately asks me for help with taking her to the doctor so that she can get treatment as soon as possible.
I just wish that my mom was like that too. Honestly, I think that I might have to tell her to quit her job one of these days.
You want her to quit her job? Why?
You're asking why? Look at how much she's putting herself through just to make money. I feel bad just watching her. She already got hurt on her way home from work because she doesn't make enough money to have a car. She let me take the car when I moved out. I can't just stand around and do nothing as her daughter. She's done so much for me so that I could succeed and have a good life. I don't want a life where I have it good, but my mom is struggling to make ends meet.
Well, even so, maybe working is what gives her a sense of purpose in life and makes her happy. Who are we to get in the way of her happiness?
Working at that store definitely does not spark joy in my mom's life. Let me tell you that. She's been telling me about this guy who's been stressing her out at work because he keeps micromanaging her. He hasn't even been working there half as long as she has, and he keeps acting like he knows so much more than her and that he's better at the job than she is. She hates seeing him, so I told her to quit and find a new job, you know?
I see. And I'm guessing that she didn't?
You betcha. So I'm thinking of telling her to quit her job, and I'll take care of her personal expenses so that she can finally get a break for once in her life.
You're planning on providing her money for everything? With what money? I don't make that much. While we're doing okay, you know that our budget is still tight too, right?
What? Are you scared of me asking you for money to help me support my mom's finances? Do you think giving money to my mom is a waste?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'll use my salary to give money to her, so don't worry about it. My goodness, you look so scared as if you're a deer in the headlights. If you're okay with everything, I can get started with hunting for more money.
I still don't think that we're financially stable enough to do this, though. When people are struggling hard, they don't even hear jokes as jokes anymore. You know just as well as I do how much I care for your mother.
Someone's good at speaking.
I'm sorry. If only I just made more money. I would absolutely 100% be on board with giving your mom money for her to use. I would even write the checks and deliver them to her myself. I would love to make enough money for the both of us to be financially stable while still being able to make it so that your mom can retire without worrying about finances.
Hello, Miranda. Hi. How are you?
You're not taking this call even though you're busy right now, right?
Of course not. I'm on my lunch break. Is there something that you needed?
I'm just calling to catch up. That's all. You never call me, so I have no choice but to call you first.
I'm sorry. I'm just really busy with work, and then when I get home, I have to take care of the chores too. There's always something that I have to take care of, so I don't even have time for myself.
That's not true. You still make time to call your parents, don't you? Maybe you should call your mom less to make time for your in-laws. You should call me more often, don't you think? Isn't that a good solution to your problem? Don't you want to get complimented by your mother-in-law as a daughter-in-law?
Excuse me?
Well, my friends' daughters-in-law constantly visit them and shower them with gifts, too. All in the name of being complimented by their in-laws. Don't you think you should be a little more attached to your in-laws like them? Don't you do these things for your mom as well?
Is there a reason that you're suddenly acting like this? Have I maybe done something to upset you?
Look at you. You don't even know how to sugarcoat your words. You just go right for it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, I guess.
Well, it's whatever. You were right about me calling you because I'm upset with you. But if I were to say one by one of all the things you've done to upset me, it would take several days. And there's just not enough time in the world for me to explain in detail what you did exactly that made me upset. Anyways, I heard that you plan on supporting your mom financially. Is that right?
Ah, you must have heard from Clark.
That's right. Does seeing your mom work at her age really make you that upset?
Huh? Well, yes. What child wouldn't want their parents to be able to retire? Every child would want their parents to retire peacefully without having to struggle for money.
Do you really think that doing that would truly be helping her, though? Don't you think that you would be doing the opposite of that? Of course, I know that I'm not her, but you know that I also live alone too, right? Living alone is just so lonely, you know. If she didn't go to work, I feel like your mom would be so lonely that life wouldn't be worth living anymore. I mean, you don't even get to visit her that often. You have your own life now.
My mom has a lot of friends. She's part of a lot of different interest groups. She goes to them every Sunday. There's like at least 5 different groups that she's part of, I think.
Why are you even talking about that? Are you telling me to shut up and listen? Are you making fun of me because you think that I don't have any friends? Is that it?
Huh? No, that's not what I meant. I just thought that you might not know, so...
Let me guess. You were just trying to let me know.
Well, yes.
Do you think that you're my teacher? That I'm some stupid student who doesn't know anything, so you need to teach me everything about the world? Is that how you see our relationship?
Did something happen recently? What's with you? You're being quite harsh today. More than you usually are.
Yeah, just keep going. Keep saying things to hurt me, why don't you? Anyways, the reason that I called is to tell you not to pressure your mom into quitting her job.
Excuse me? Why?
Why? You're asking why? You're the one who started going on and on about how you're going to start providing for your mom financially. And what about you and Clark? How are the two of you going to manage yourselves financially if you do that? My son already doesn't make that much money, and you'll be throwing away his money too.
If that's all you're worried about, you don't have to. I've already calculated and budgeted everything to make sure that we won't be struggling financially when I start sending my mom money.
Oh, how smart of you! How perfect of you! Just you wait. If I hear about how your selfish individual activities impacted my son's finances negatively... Oh, you don't want me to even finish that sentence. If you cause any sort of stress to my son, I won't go easy on you. You can be sure of that. Do you understand me, young lady?
Yes, I understand. But to tell you the truth, there's a separate issue that's really causing your son to stress out.
My son is already stressed out. Why? Why didn't you say anything to me about it? What's going on? Who's doing it to him? You better tell me right this instant.
Well, you know how he also sends you money every month. You ask him for quite a bit of money, so he told me that he always gets really anxious every time he gets his paycheck.
What? What did you just say? Are you trying to pin me and Clark against each other now? I'll have you know that Clark takes pride in being able to support his mother. He would never say any of the lies that you're spewing right now. He's a son that would never view sending his mother money as something stressful or wasteful or a hindrance to his life.
If you think that makes him a good son, then that makes me a good daughter, too. I don't view sending my mom money as something stressful, wasteful, or a hindrance to my life either. So, by your definition, that makes me a good daughter for wanting to start doing what your son does for you. So maybe instead of criticizing me for this, you should be praising me instead. Something along the lines of, "Wow, my daughter-in-law is such a good daughter. She treats her mom so well."
Well, I'll be. You're not even doing anything that's beyond what's expected of children. You're telling me that you think you deserve praise for that.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I understand. I'll tell Clark that you said he needs to be a better son to you from now on. I'll do my best to not steal my husband's attention from you, ma'am. You don't have to worry about anything. I know how lonely it is for someone to live alone.
You know just as well as I do that I never said any of that.
Are you sure? That's what it sounded like to me, though.
If you have enough money to spare to give money to your mom, then you have enough to give money to me, too. Don't you dare shake down my son for money to give to your mother. You're putting words in my mouth because you can't even understand what I'm saying, you know.
Ah, I see. I did get it wrong.
Is that it? Is that really all you have to say after I pointed out how you tried destroying my character?
I understand where you're coming from now.
Well?
Yes? Is there something else you wanted?
If you really understand, don't you think you should have more to say as a response?
Ah, yes. My apologies. So the gist is my financial situation isn't good right now. So you want us to save our money for our own living expenses. And you want me to tell Clark that you also want more money as a living allowance. Got it. I'll tell him when I get home.
I'm sorry, but are you dumb? Because you really lack any sort of comprehension.
Well, to tell you the truth, I did struggle a lot in school whenever we had reading comprehension assignments. I didn't read a lot in school, you see. I consistently got low grades on benchmark tests.
Are you trying to be funny right now?
Well, you know, I'm bad at telling jokes. Sorry.
Do people like you really exist?
Wouldn't you much more prefer a thoughtful, honest daughter-in-law over a daughter-in-law who can't keep promises? I swear that I have never told a lie to my mother in my entire 28 years of living.
Oh, how great. How praiseworthy. What a good daughter-in-law I have. Ugh, my insides are churning. I'm hanging up.
Well, it's impressive that you keep calling me when every phone call ends with your insides twisting. You'd think she'd have learned by now. Anyways, I just think it's funny how she quit her job right after we got married. She's the one who's constantly asking her son to support her financially. And she called me right after hearing that I want to do the same for my own mother. Looks like things are going to be rough with her from here on out. Happy birthday, Mom!
Oh my. Thank you so much. I can't believe that you prepared all of this despite being so busy. There's really no need to celebrate like this every year you come over.
Why not? It's the birthday of the person I love the most in the world. Of course I have to go all out for your birthday.
Wow. When did you learn how to talk like that? Is Clark busy?
Yeah, his company has been making him do so much overtime this past month. It would have been nice if he could have been here too, but alas. Please forgive us. Even if you're not satisfied with it just being me here.
Oh, don't start with that. You being here is more than enough. Just hearing that another family's child tried making time to celebrate my birthday is enough. If he were here too, I wouldn't even know what I'd do.
Mom, one thing that you're really bad at is expressing your wants and needs. It's not a bad thing to say that you want something. You need to be more like Mrs. Foster. Tell Clark that you want him here. No one will get hurt if you act a little more selfish.
Why are you bringing Mrs. Foster up? What did she say to you?
You know how mothers-in-law act towards their daughters-in-law. It's just that. It's like why you were so stressed out because of Grandma.
Well, don't just take it like I did. If you keep putting up with everything she's saying and doing to you, you're gonna get older quicker.
Who's calling you right now?
Looks like it's Clark.
Really? He's probably calling to wish you a happy birthday. Pick up.
Hello?
Happy birthday, Samantha.
Thank you, Clark. Thanks for calling, even though you're so busy working overtime all the time.
What are you talking about? Of course I'd call you for this, no matter how busy I am. I wish I was there with the two of you to spend your birthday dinner together. I'm really sorry that I couldn't be there. I really wanted to leave on time today, but there's just been so many contract deals closing, so everyone had to stay and do overtime.
You're always apologizing for one thing or another. You don't have to say sorry so much. I'm fine, so take care of yourself, okay?
I will, ma'am. Oh, before I forget, I just sent you a present over text.
A present? You didn't have to get me anything. Just the fact that you're wishing me a happy birthday is all that I need.
Oh, come on. How could I just leave it at a happy birthday? It's not that big of a present, so just take it. No apologies or anything.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Clark. Come with Miranda to hang out sometime. I'll treat both of you next time.
Of course, ma'am. Have a great dinner. Did he say what he got you? He didn't tell me anything. I didn't know he got you something outside of what we talked about giving you.
He didn't tell you either?
He probably wanted to keep it a secret from you, so that's probably why he didn't tell me either. Open it. Let's see what it is.
Oh, I just got the text. Wait, what is this?
Where am I looking?
Right here. I guess this is the gift that he sent me.
What the heck? This is the present that he sent you just now? Is this really it? There's not another text message that he sent or anything.
Yeah? Why?
You've got to be kidding me. He sent you McDonald's coupons as a birthday present? This isn't even funny! What's wrong with him?
Calm down. It's fine.
He must be out of his mind if he thinks something like this is a good birthday present. I really don't understand what his thought process was when picking this as a birthday present. I'm going to have a word with him.
Oh no. What are you doing? Are you texting Clark something?
I'm going to yell at him and make him realize how idiotic of a present that was. Who sends their mother-in-law McDonald's coupons for her birthday? What's wrong with you?
What's the matter with you? Why would you use your mom's phone to yell at me? What do you think she thought when she read back on what you sent me after you gave her her phone back?
Well, what do you think she thought when she received McDonald's coupons for her birthday? She probably thought, what a stingy son-in-law.
What did you just call me?
How could you think that it was okay to give my mom McDonald's coupons for her birthday?
What's wrong with McDonald's coupons? I thought it was hard for her to keep waking up early to make lunch for the day. I just wanted her to be able to sleep in a little longer and still get lunch. What's wrong with that?
Is my mom one of your friends? No, actually, I'm sure that your friends would have yelled at you too for giving them a McDonald's coupon for their birthday. How would you like it if I sent your mom McDonald's coupons every year for her birthday?
Why are you even bringing my mom into this?
Every time we go visit your mom, she always complains about having to cook. She's always asking us to bring her somewhere that has good food. And you know what? Eating out every time we go over to her place just costs so much money. So, how about I give her some McDonald's coupons for her birthday so that everyone can save some money?
Hey!
What? So are you saying that it'd be super rude to give your mom McDonald's coupons as a birthday present?
Ugh, whatever. You know what? I'm done with this. I got her a gift and now I'm getting yelled at for it. Since apparently my gift sucked so much, maybe I shouldn't have gotten her anything.
You think you're offended over this? My mom and I are the ones who should be offended at you giving her such a cheap gift.
I'm done. There's no arguing with you since you always have to be right.
You think I'm the one who's wrong?
Hey, sweetie.
I thought we weren't on speaking terms right now.
Well, I'm really sorry about what happened before on your mom's birthday. It's not good for us as a couple to keep fighting like this. So I thought about it some more and realized you were right about me screwing up by giving your mom McDonald's coupons for her birthday. I'm sorry.
So why are you suddenly apologizing now? It's been an entire month since that happened.
Do I need to have a reason for apologizing now? I wanted to apologize back then. But you were really angry back then, so I just didn't say anything.
Is that really why you're apologizing now? There's nothing else to it?
What other reason could there be?
Because it's your mom's birthday next week?
No, you've got it all wrong. This really has nothing to do with her birthday coming up.
Excuse me? If it really has nothing to do with her birthday, then why are you acting so jumpy? I shouldn't worry about you being jumpy at me mentioning your mom's birthday, right?
Well, you weren't too far off the mark about it. Me apologizing now isn't exactly completely unrelated to her birthday. I just don't think that we should still be fighting when my mom's birthday comes around. I told you before about how sensitive she is. She'll notice that we're fighting, and then she'll be upset too. And I know that you don't want us to be fighting like this and bringing the issue to our moms either.
Yeah, you're right. Keep going.
So I say we just stop fighting and make up already.
Of course. I'll help out with your mom's birthday too, so don't worry about anything.
Really? Oh, thank you so much, honey. I was really worried that you would ignore my mom's birthday because of what happened. That was the thing that I was scared most of.
Even if we didn't make up, I wouldn't have done that. I still would have wished her a happy birthday.
I see. Of course, I was being silly. Well, since we've made up now, should we start preparing for my mom's birthday then?
What should we do? Do you already have something in mind?
Well, to tell you the truth, my mom has been obsessed with those high-tech fancy refrigerators recently. The ones that connect to the internet. She kept saying that she wanted one too, so I looked them up to see how much they cost. And they're a bit more expensive than what I was thinking. So I was thinking that you could just lend me some money so that we can buy it, and we can tell her that it was from both of us. How does that sound?
Ah, so you're thinking of getting her a fancy fridge for her birthday, right? We could probably put in the leftovers from my mom's McDonald's in there too, right?
Huh? Why are you bringing that up again? I thought we were over it already.
Well, I can see now that you only decided to make up with me so that I could help you buy that fridge for your mom.
No, I did not.
Let's just get your mom a present separately. There's something else that I wanted to get her for her birthday.
What did you want to get her? Let's just buy something together and call it a day.
If you keep going on and whining about this, I'm pretty sure we're going to start a new fight, but about the fridge this time.
Fine. Let's just buy separate gifts.
Hello? Miranda! Hi, Mrs. Foster. Happy birthday! Are you busy right now?
Well, you called me first this time. What a nice surprise. I was actually planning on calling you, too.
Is there something you wanted to talk to me about?
I got the package you sent in the mail today.
Ah, it arrived already? They told me it would get to you tomorrow. How nice that it came early.
What exactly is this? Is this supposed to be your birthday present to me?
Yeah, I wrote you a birthday card, too. Did you read it already?
Are you joking with me, young lady?
Excuse me?
What kind of sorry birthday present is this? Are you pulling some kind of weird joke on me?
Why would this be a joke?
It is! What else would it be? You think you can treat me like this? What kind of daughter-in-law gives her mother-in-law a refrigerator magnet for her birthday?
It truly breaks my heart to hear you talk about my gift that way. I'm your daughter-in-law and part of your family. Of course, I paid close attention to detail when I was deciding what to buy you for your birthday. Shouldn't you be praising me for being so meticulous with her present selection instead?
As if! Do you think you can call this you being meticulous? This is basically you telling me to get out of your life, you realize? How dare you get me something so small and insignificant?
Well, I'll have you know that my birthday present is a lot more expensive than what my mom got for her birthday. Do you want to know what your darling son got his mother-in-law for her birthday? He only got her two $2 off McDonald's coupons.
So you're taking revenge on him by attacking me? On my birthday!
If you're gonna get angry, the person you should be angry at is Clark. You can also let him know that I'm not the type of person to sit around and watch him do something so unfair like that.
What is all of this? You're really going to only give me this cheap magnet for my birthday?
Please direct any inquiries or comments to your son. Thank you and have a great rest of your birthday. Bye now.
Sweetie!
Oh my gosh! You scared me. When did you get home?
I just got off the phone with my mother, who is extremely angry.
You were the one who said that if one of us comes home, then do something to let the other know. Like saying hi or something. And you also said to not come in with a bad attitude.
You really gave my mom a fridge magnet for her birthday?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
Don't you remember what we discussed when we made up? Didn't we agree that we would keep the fight between the two of us?
Well, the internal fight between us is over now, so I was just calling it even with what I did. An eye for an eye, if you will. At least I didn't give a gift that goes away after you eat it. You can look at a magnet forever, you know.
You really... I never knew that you had such a nasty personality trait.
If this is what it takes to make you upset, then I think my personality is quite nice, actually.
Honey, now is not the time for this.
You're completely right. Let's talk more later. I'm supposed to meet my mom for dinner, so I have to go now.
Where do you think you're going? We still have to take care of my mom's birthday dinner.
Did you do that for my mom's birthday?
What are you talking about?
If there's something that you want, then please lead by example. For instance, you can show me that you want this by putting in more effort for my mom's birthday. In the end, Clark was unable to buy the fancy refrigerator that his mom really wanted for her birthday. In reality, he never actually wished his own mom a happy birthday. Instead, me, who bought her a cheap refrigerator magnet and wrote her a short birthday card, ended up doing more for her birthday than he did. Honestly, it made me really angry because my husband didn't even know when his mom's birthday was before we got married. And because his mom never wanted anything from him, he would always use birthdays as an excuse to make me do everything. So this year, I decided to do the same to them. But then they kept holding on to their grudge against me for that and kept treating me badly. So to keep the peace, I prepared a proper birthday gift that would definitely make the both of them eat their hearts out.
Oh my goodness! This place looks extremely expensive. Are you sure this is where our reservation is for? It sure is expensive, isn't it, Mom? This is the finest high-end restaurant in the country. Wow! The view from here is amazing! Mom, the view here isn't the only thing that's amazing. They said you can try 3 of the world's finest delicacies as part of our course meal. 3 of the world's finest delicacies, you say? Yup. Truffle, caviar, and foie gras. I don't even know what those are! They're for eating, right? Mm-hmm. I did my research before coming, so when our food comes out, I can explain to you what each dish is. All you have to do tonight is kick back and relax. Well, it's all thanks to you that I get to experience such luxurious dining. I was really worried that you forgot about my birthday. You didn't call or text me anything, so I thought that the day would just pass without hearing anything from you. But then you brought me out to such an expensive place. Yup, it's one of the most expensive restaurants in the country. It costs $600 per person to even get in. $600? That's outrageous! Why would you bring us somewhere so expensive? Are you out of your mind? If it's $600, then that's $1,200 for the both of us, isn't it? Hurry and get up. We can't eat here. Let's go. Mom, it's okay. Calm down. I got a coupon for this place, so it's all right. Miranda got us this coupon for your birthday. She told me to use it so we could have some mother-son time. Oh my! She did all of this for us. I guess she still has a conscience after all. Of course, Mom. That's why you don't have to worry. Just relax and enjoy yourself. I thought she was so heartless for the refrigerator magnet, so I threw away the magnet as soon as I got off the phone with her. It looks like I was wrong about her. I'll go and take it out from the trash when I get home. I'll wash it and then stick it on my fridge. Yes, please do, Mom. I'm terribly sorry, sir, but our system said that this coupon has already been used. Excuse me? Are you sure that it's not a glitch in the system? Can you check it again to be sure? I've already scanned it several times, sir. The same error message keeps showing up every time that I try scanning it. It seems like this coupon is having problems, so we'll have to ask you to pay the full price for the meal. No, that can't be right. Please wait a moment. Let me call my wife. She's the one who gave me the coupon in the first place. She'll know what's going on. Hi, Clark. How's dinner? Did your mom like the restaurant? Listen, sweetie, the weirdest thing is happening right now. I'm trying to pay, but the restaurant keeps saying that the coupon you gave me has already been used. They've checked it a couple of times, too.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about that. I used it when I went to meet my mom for dinner the other day. Of course it was already used.
What did you just say? Hey! You were the one who handed me the coupon and told me to come here with my mom. I only came here because you gave us a coupon. I could never afford this type of place. Are you telling me that you knowingly gave me a coupon that you used already?
Well, yeah. I told you that you should go there because I thought that the food was really good. But I don't recall ever saying you can use that coupon. I just showed you the place, and it happened to be through the coupon. Sorry that you thought I was giving you a coupon.
What? You're lying! You totally tricked me into this sick and twisted scheme of yours.
Just use your money to pay for it, as her beloved son. Sure, it's expensive, but it'll make your mom happy, won't it? From now on, you take care of your mom, and I'll take care of my mom. No one needs to worry about birthdays and whatnot. I have to go now. My mom and I are in the middle of having a girls' night since you're spending the night at your mom's place. Hope your mom liked the place. Bye!
Hey! I can't believe this. She hung up on me. This is urgent.
Excuse me, sir. How would you like to pay for your meal?
Here, use this card.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, sir. It says the card has been declined.
What? There's no way. Try it again.
Okay. Sorry, but it still isn't going through.
Oh, jeez. Why is this happening? Mom? Can I borrow some money?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Olivia, it's Dave. How come you're not going? It would really mean a lot to me if you came. What? The wedding invitation, the one Charlotte gave you? You sent it back saying you weren't attending. Why? Why? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Why would you even invite me? Why would you think your ex-wife would want to go to your wedding? Well, we went to school together. You know a lot of the people that are going. It would be strange not to invite you. We're having it in a huge hall at a fancy hotel. The hotel is massive. It's gonna be great. Just think of it as a class reunion and come along. No way. A lot of the people going know that we got divorced. They know I'm your ex-wife. They'd all look at me strange for being there. And how do you think your bride would feel? So don't worry about me. I'm not going. You do your own thing. You don't need me there. Enjoy your wedding. Honestly, I need you to be there. What for? Because I want Riley to be the flower girl. What? The flower girl? My fiancée, Emily, is only 21 years old. She's half German. She spent most of her time in Germany, so she doesn't know a lot of people here. She doesn't have anyone to ask to be the flower girl. I told her not to worry about it, and I'd get somebody related to me to do it. What? So you figured you'd get your daughter, who I gave birth to after we divorced, to do it? It's a good idea, isn't it? No, it's not. If she knew who you were and loved you like her father, I could understand. But how many years has it been now that you haven't seen her? She only knows your face because I've shown her pictures. Think about it. This is crazy. Yeah, but regardless of what you say, she's still my daughter. It'll only take a little bit of your time on that day. And Riley will get to dress up in a pretty dress like a princess. She'll be delighted, don't you think? You're being pretty optimistic about someone who doesn't even know you. Is the bride okay with this anyway? Does she want your ex-wife and your daughter from another woman coming? Let alone being part of the ceremony. If it was me, I wouldn't be happy with it. That's not a problem. I told Emily that Riley is just the daughter of an acquaintance of mine. Huh? Hold on here. What? I just want to get this straight. You haven't told your wife-to-be that you have a child. No. She knows I was divorced once, but that's all. What? Why? Emily's only 21. She's still pretty young, so I didn't want her worrying about my past. That doesn't matter. This isn't something you should keep secret from someone you're about to marry. I'll tell her when the time is right, just not now. Let me use my own discretion on this issue. You'll tell her when the time is right. This isn't something you should take lightly. Yeah. Look, don't get so worked up about it. Emily and her parents are all pretty laid-back people. I'm sure it's not something they'd even care about. What do you mean? Whatever, I don't care what you do. But from now on, even if you're in trouble, leave me and Riley out of it. You obviously don't want her in your life, so let's keep it that way. You're not my responsibility anymore. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to Riley being our flower girl. No, she's not doing it. Why not? I already told you why. And Riley is old enough now that she understands what's going on around her. She knows the reason you and I got divorced was because you were sleeping around. I didn't even have to tell her. She just suspects it from all the TV and movies she's seen. Come on. That was years ago. The person I'm marrying now isn't the person I was cheating on you with. So, let's let bygones be bygones, okay? I don't care what you say. Riley and I aren't going. Hey, Olivia. Why didn't you show up today? Hey, message me back. What do you want? How come you didn't come? Obviously because I sent back my invitation saying I wasn't attending. No, you told me that you'd be there. I told you I wasn't coming? I said Riley and I aren't going. Because of you, we had a huge incident at the ceremony. I'm at the police station now. Oh, is that so? I thought you were coming, but I didn't see you anywhere. Then I saw a little girl in the hallway dressed up in a beautiful dress, like a flower girl. I assumed it was Riley, so I went to grab her and take her with me. But there was a little girl attending a different wedding. I knew it was a huge hotel, but I didn't know it had 2 halls for weddings. And I didn't know there was a different wedding happening there on the same day. It caused a huge uproar. People thought I was trying to abduct her.
You mean you didn't even ask the girl her name before you tried to take her with you?
It was right before the ceremony was going to start. I was already panicking. She looked like Riley, and she was in a beautiful dress. It was an honest mistake.
So that's all that happened, huh? I think you're only telling me part of the story. I heard from a friend of mine that attended the wedding what really happened. I couldn't believe how stupid you acted.
About what?
The girl you thought was Riley was how old? 8, was it?
So what? That's about the same age as Riley. I admit, it was stupid of me to make a mistake like that, but it wasn't all my fault.
You know, Riley is 11 now.
Huh?
Do you think that girl you mistook for Riley was dressed appropriate for Riley's age? And I heard the first thing you did was yell at her for being late. Then, when she started crying, you grabbed her by the arm and started dragging her down the hall against her will, didn't you? Of course something like that caused a big uproar.
Hold on a second here. Riley is 11 years old?
That's right. I know you haven't seen her since she was about 2 years old, but to mistake your own daughter's age by 3 years? Has your brain missed a few updates or maintenance checks on its memory circuit?
I can't believe this. How come you didn't tell me that sooner?
Huh?
A flower girl is supposed to be young, like elementary school grade 3 or younger. If I knew Riley was 11, I wouldn't have asked you in the first place.
Don't blame this on me. You should remember how old your own daughter is. And the problem we had today isn't about that at all, now is it?
Don't change the subject.
I'm not changing the subject. The whole subject we're talking about is what you did at the wedding today, isn't it?
What do you mean, what I did?
Anyway, for now, after the police release you, the first thing you need to do is apologize to that little girl and her parents. And then you'd better go get on your knees and beg for forgiveness from your bride.
What? I mean, I understand apologizing to the kid, but why should I have to apologize to Emily?
I told you, I got all the information from my friend who was there. Emily knows that you have a daughter now. It looks like she found out shortly after your little incident.
What? How?
When you were trying to get the little girl to go with you, apparently you were yelling things like, "Do as your father says."
I didn't say anything like that. At least I don't think.
People on the bride's side of the family heard you yelling things like that.
You're kidding, really?
I guess your parents got barraged with questions about it, but they had no idea what was going on. Someone on the groom's side knew about our daughter and told them all about her.
Oh my god. You're kidding.
And I did too. I got a call from Emily's father today. He wanted to verify if what he heard was true.
What?
I shouldn't have to tell you, but I told them all about the daughter you were trying to hide from them. I also told them why we got divorced in the first place. That means I told them about you cheating on me.
Oh my god.
I told you, if you didn't tell her the whole story, you'd be making a big mistake.
Hold on a minute. Why are you acting like this is someone else's problem?
Huh?
Your ex-husband had a huge mix-up regarding your daughter. He's in a lot of trouble right now. You better get over here as fast as you can and get me out of this.
Have you lost your mind?
Huh?
You're the one who kept your daughter a secret from your fiancé. The only reason I got involved in this at all is because of your selfishness. All I did was clarify what your bride already had heard from other guests at the wedding. So, me taking your side in this, or going there to help you in any way, it's not my responsibility. Not in the slightest.
How could you?
By the way, you've fallen really far behind in your child support payments.
Huh?
I'm glad you got in touch with me. It was written in our divorce papers that if you didn't pay, they would garnish your wages. I'm gonna have them do it.
Wait. Just hold on here. I've got no money. I used every cent I had to pay for this wedding today, and that didn't come close. And since I'm going to be married, I need all the money I can get to support Emily. Just hold on a bit longer.
Huh? What? You think you're still going to be able to marry Emily?
Today is our wedding day.
You never told her about your daughter. She can't trust you at all.
But we love each other. We'll work this out.
You need to stop living in your own little fantasy land and start seeing what's going on here in reality.
Reality?
Emily knows that you have a daughter now and that you've been hiding it from her this whole time. When she found out, she went into a mini rage and tore up her wedding dress. And apparently, while she was crying and tearing up her dress, she was yelling some really terrible things about you in German.
You're lying. Don't scare me like that. She wouldn't do that.
That's exactly what I heard from my friend who was there.
Oh my God, Olivia, you have to help me.
What?
If you help me, we can get back together if you want, okay?
With you? Not even if I was hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
But, Olivia...
No matter how many years have passed, I'll never forgive you for what you did to me and my daughter. A man like you can never be fixed. Today's incident proves that.
What do you mean by that?
Goodbye. Wow, I'm exhausted from all that. I only heard the gist of what happened after that, but unsurprisingly, Emily called off the marriage. Apparently, she wouldn't even go to the police station to bail Dave out. Emily and her parents refused to pay a cent for the wedding, and Dave was stuck paying for it all. I, on the other hand, went to my lawyer and explained that Dave had stopped paying child support long ago. The court made him pay the back amount to me in one lump sum. His wages are getting garnished from now on to ensure I continue to get paid. With the cost of the wedding and the back child support payments, Dave is in massive debt now. Apparently, he even came to talk to me once to request money from me. Luckily, he didn't know I had moved, so he went to the apartment I was living in years ago. What's even worse is he assumed the man that answered the door was my boyfriend. Some choice words were exchanged, and Dave went into a rage. He burst into the guy's apartment and started destroying everything. The police were called again, and Dave was forced to repay the man for everything, making Dave's debts even worse and giving him a criminal record now. Ah, what an experience it's been. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time. Nathan, I need you to do me a favor.
What's up?
I need an extra $500 this month for child support.
This month, too? How many months in a row have I had to do this now? Are things really that tough for you?
I'm sorry.
I don't want an apology. Just tell me, what exactly do you need the money for? The regular amount should be enough to support Chloe. And you're working, too.
About that. To be honest, I'm suffering from depression.
What?
The doctors say it's likely due to stress from work. It can get really bad sometimes.
I had no idea.
I've been seeing doctors about it, so I'm missing a lot of work. Money is really tight right now.
It's gotta be tough going to work if that's the cause of your stress. Has it been getting any better since you've been seeing doctors about it?
Well, a little. Sometimes it's so bad that I can't go to work, but Chloe is here, so at least I'm not alone. I'm doing my best. I just want to get better so I can go back to work full time.
I see. Don't work too hard, though. That could be bad for you right now. Why don't you let Chloe stay with me until you get better?
Huh?
I know you probably don't want to, but think it over.
Hell no! I'm trying my hardest for her. If she weren't here... I know I was a bad mother for sleeping with another man and splitting up our family, but Chloe is my whole reason for living.
Okay, I understand that, but given the situation, just think about it. Shouldn't you do what's best for Chloe right now? She should have a say in this as well.
Yeah, right. If I did that, you'd just try to take her away from me. You're gonna try to get custody, aren't you?
Well, to be honest, I want Chloe to live with me. I think I've been doing pretty good with her, even without having custody. Whether I have custody or not, I just want Chloe to be happy. If you're having these problems, I think it's probably putting extra stress on Chloe.
If Chloe weren't here when I got depressed, what would I do?
Like I said, that's when you'd be putting the most burden on her. Chloe is in junior high. She's still a kid. She doesn't need to deal with this. If you really want to get better, you need to check yourself into a hospital or stay with your parents for a while. Don't you think you should be focusing on getting better first?
Check myself into a hospital? You've gotta be kidding. And moving back in with my parents would only cause more stress, not help it.
Either way, if you don't do anything, you're just putting a huge burden on Chloe.
I make sure I don't put any stress on Chloe. I'm just gonna keep doing this for a few more months and we'll see how it goes, okay? If I see that I'm putting any stress on Chloe, I'll consider letting you take her.
Okay, I'll wait a few more months.
Thanks. And don't mention my depression to Chloe. She knows I'm missing work because I'm not feeling well, but I don't want her to know it's because of depression.
You haven't told her?
No, I don't want her to worry.
But if you decide to let her stay with me, you'll tell her, right?
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
Chloe, it's gonna be your birthday soon, isn't it? The next time I get to see you, I'll bring a present. What do you want?
Nothing.
Huh?
I don't need anything.
Really? Well, you're already in junior high school. I guess you're growing up fast. Do you want money instead so you can buy your own gift?
No! Shouldn't you be paying something else before you consider getting me a gift?
Huh?
Why didn't you pay Mom this month? Mom told me not to say anything, but I can't stand it anymore. Mom says it's your fault we don't have any food.
Are you talking about the child support payment? I don't really want to talk to you about that, but I've been paying it every month.
Is that so? Then how come we don't have any food in the house? We can't afford anything I need. I have to borrow everything from my friends.
Is your mother there now?
No, I think she went out with her boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Hasn't your mother been sick recently?
No, I don't think so. She's the same as always. She's always out seeing her boyfriend.
Is that so? I'm not giving your mother child support anymore. I'm not paying her anything anymore.
What? Then how am I supposed to live?
Well, I was thinking maybe you should come live with me instead. What do you think? Do you want to come live with me?
Huh? Mom said you don't want anything to do with me. She said that's why you didn't take me in the first place.
She said that too? That thought has never once crossed my mind. When I divorced your mother, you were still in elementary school. It was the court's ruling that you should be with your mother. That's how it usually works here. I've always wanted you to live with me.
Really? You mean Mom's been lying to me this whole time?
I guess so. I'm sorry for all of this. There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't think of you. I've always wanted us to live together.
I had no idea. This whole time I thought you hated me.
Of course not. You're the most important thing in my life. Have I ever missed a visitation day?
No, I guess not. I'm sorry, Dad. I haven't been nice to you since the divorce. I was always in a bad mood when you came to visit.
It doesn't matter. Just seeing you made me happy.
Dad, I want to live with you. Mom won't do anything for me. She only gives me her old hand-me-downs and things she doesn't need anymore. I've been saving the change I find in the laundry to buy things I need for school. It's been really hard. I've been wondering how we became so poor.
Chloe, I'm really sorry. It won't be like that anymore.
I don't know.
What time do you think your mother will be home?
Probably tomorrow around lunchtime.
I see. I'm coming to get you right now. We'll get something to eat somewhere and talk about this.
Okay. I've got lots of things I want to talk to you about. Thanks for telling me the truth.
I need to talk to you about the child support payments and Chloe. Can I give you a call now?
What do you want this early in the morning? Don't call me now.
Why? Are you at your boyfriend's house?
Yeah. Why? You got a problem with that? We're split up. Who I'm with is none of your business anymore.
I don't care who you're seeing, but I do care about Chloe. I'm not paying you child support anymore.
What? Why?
There's no reason to.
How can you say that? Don't you care what happens to your daughter?
I do care. That's why I'm not paying you anymore. I've been paying child support this whole time, and I just found out you weren't using it to help Chloe.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm the one who's going to be asking the questions now. You've been spending all of the money on yourself, haven't you? Chloe is crying, saying she hasn't had much to eat for the past few weeks.
You're with Chloe? It's not your visitation day.
My daughter's in trouble. That's why I came. That's the only reason I need.
What do you mean in trouble? She's fine. She's not sick or anything. I'm the one that's sick. That's why I can't look after her 24/7.
That's why I wanted to look after her. I didn't want anything like this to happen. You promised you'd let her live with me if you were causing her any stress. So I'm taking care of her now. You have no right to complain about it.
I have her legal custody. You can't just take her anytime you want. I'll just call the cops and have them bring her back here.
I figured you'd say that. So I've already taken her to the Child Services Center and explained everything.
To Child Services?
Yeah, because you're not fit to be a parent. You don't feed her, and if you do, it's only the leftovers from your meal. You just laugh and tell her she gets lunch at school every day, so that should be enough for her.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Chloe's still alive, isn't she? So I'm doing enough.
Doing enough? You think that a growing child only needs one meal a day? What about weekends and holidays? There's no school lunch then. She feels so bad because she has to ask her friends for food.
She should be thankful I feed her at all.
Is that all you can say about this? I can't believe you. On top of all this, you told Chloe that I hated her. How could you manipulate her to think that?
I wasn't manipulating anyone. Chloe is a girl. A mother can take care of a girl much better than a father can.
You weren't even looking after her. You only wanted Chloe so you could take child support from me and spend it on yourself. You've been taking all the money you get from me and the government to spend it on yourself. You didn't give anything to Chloe.
That's not true. I've bought her clothes. I've given her food.
Apparently, you only did that when I'm around to see it. When I visit, you have her try on new clothes to make sure she looks good. But when I'm not around, it's a different story. Chloe's told me everything.
She's told you everything. I see. After everything I've done for her, this is how she repays me? I'm getting tired of this.
Chloe doesn't owe you anything, and I'm not gonna let her live with you ever again. Chloe's gonna live with me.
Whatever. I don't care. I just wanted to get as much money from you as I could. I planned on kicking Chloe out of the house as soon as she graduated anyway, so I guess it's fine. I'll just live happily with my boyfriend.
I'm never gonna forgive you for taking all that money and spending it on yourself. It was for Chloe. Expect a call from Child Services. They're gonna want to talk to you.
What for?
You had custody of Chloe. We've told them about everything you've done to her. Stories like this are all over the news. What were you thinking, not taking proper care of your child?
Huh? No. The stories on the news are all about little kids, aren't they? Junior high school kids can take care of themselves. It's no big deal, right?
Of course it's a big deal. She's not an adult.
Hold on a second. What's gonna happen to me?
That's up to Child Services and the police to decide. I have every intention of getting full custody of Chloe.
I don't care about that. What's going to happen to me?
Look into it yourself. Neither Chloe nor I care what happens to you.
Nathan, how's Chloe? I've been messaging Chloe, but it doesn't look like she's read any of them.
She's fine.
That's great. Would it be alright if I talk to Chloe? I want to see her and apologize to her. She says she doesn't want to see you. I think you should just leave her alone. I've changed a lot since then. Child services and the police have helped me see the error of my ways. My parents are really angry at me too. They've even written me out of their will. It serves you right, lying about depression on top of everything else. You're a real piece of work, aren't you? I'm sorry, but I've finally realized something. The happiest I've ever been in my life was when I was living with you and Chloe. So I was wondering if we could all live together again. What are you saying? You have a boyfriend, don't you? Chloe has finally settled into her new life. You can't always think about yourself. You have to consider Chloe too. I broke up with my boyfriend. There's nobody better than you. I know that, but I would never want to live with a person like you again. I couldn't even stand to be in the same room as you. I haven't forgotten anything you've said to me. I don't know what happened to me. I wasn't myself then. I realize I haven't treated you right. I'm glad you realize that, but it doesn't change the way I feel. Don't ever message me again about getting back together. It makes me uncomfortable. Nathan! I've changed, I swear. Please, at least let me talk to Chloe one more time. I just want to apologize. Mom, this is the last time. Chloe? Chloe, is it you? Dad's been texting on his phone constantly for a while, so I peeked to see what he was doing, and I saw you were talking to him about me. You're making Dad upset. Just stop. Chloe, I'm sorry. I've changed. I really have. I'm really sorry for the way I treated you. Can I please see you again? No, Dad told you already. That's why I blocked you. Stop trying to message me. Chloe, you've never once acted like a mother to me. After you divorced Dad, you were always out with your boyfriends, and you lied to me and told me Dad hated me. I always wanted to live with Dad. Chloe, I'm sorry. I can never forgive you, no matter how much you apologize. You must be crazy if you want all three of us to live together again. Your boyfriend dumped you, didn't he? You didn't just break up, he dumped you, didn't he? No, he just wasn't as good as your father. No, he dumped you. Did you forget you made me add your boyfriend's ID to my contact list? He was contacting you without telling me? No, I haven't been talking to him. I just got one message from him the other day. He heard you got arrested, and he wanted to apologize. Apologize that he didn't realize how bad of a person you were to me. Huh? But he ignored all of my messages. Of course. Because you let your kids starve. You were always out with men instead of caring for your kid. You told him you had joint custody of me and that I was staying with both you and Dad. You lied to me, to Dad, and to your boyfriend. Haven't you ever heard the phrase, the end justifies the means? Don't judge me. Huh? I have no idea what you're saying. You have no right to tell me how to live my life. You cheated on Dad. That's why he divorced you. Everything is your fault. I'm not the only one to blame. I didn't cheat on your dad. I was seduced by another man. It was his fault. You're always blaming someone else, aren't you? Stay away from us. Dad and I don't want you in our lives anymore. I'll never forgive you for what you did. Chloe, when you become an adult, you'll understand. Marriage isn't so easy, you know. It's complicated. Chloe's not reading your messages anymore. If you're upset, punch a pillow. And you know what? I am an adult and I don't understand you. How dare you say the end justifies the means? It's not my fault. Chloe said she'd never forgive me. That's right. Do you really think you should be forgiven? I have no money, and things are really tough right now. My family won't talk to me anymore. My boyfriend dumped me. I didn't have to go to jail, but after getting arrested, I was fired from work. Please, just help me out for a little while. I don't know who you are anymore. I have no reason to help you. Why? You've always helped me when I needed money. I did that for Chloe, not for you. Why would you think I would give any money to you? Idiot. I can't live like this. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't have any food. It's that bad. But you're still alive. That's enough, right? What are you saying? I'm living now, but if I don't get any food, what do you think will happen?
Remember, that's what you said about Chloe? Did you forget? After that, Vanessa's parents contacted me and told me that Vanessa had disappeared. She'd stopped paying rent where she was living and apparently ran away. Her parents had co-signed on the house, so the landlord contacted them. One time, she secretly waited outside of her house to see Chloe on her way home from school. Chloe said she just ignored Vanessa and doesn't know what happened to her after that. Knowing Vanessa, I doubt she's even thinking about us anymore. I think the only reason she came here that day was to get money. I don't know if she's living with another man or living on the streets now. Either way, it doesn't matter to us. My daughter and I are enjoying every day with each other. At her mother's house, there was never any food in the house, so there was no way for Chloe to cook. But now we enjoy cooking meals together every day. She even helps clean up the house. We're living the perfect life now. Every time I do something for her, she always says, "Thanks, Dad," with a big smile on her face. I don't ever want her to have another sad day again. Vanessa was a terrible person, but I do thank her for giving birth to such a wonderful daughter. As a man, some things are hard for me to talk to Chloe about, but I want to make up for all the love and affection I couldn't give her when she wasn't living with me.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button.